Ready.
GPMG, General Purpose Machine Gun. Today we're looking at one of the most influential small arms in modern warfare, the General Purpose Machine Gun, the GPMG. It's an idea that changed how armies organize firepower, and its legacy is still very much with us. Let's break down what a GPMG is, where it came from, a few battles where it mattered, and where it's headed next. First, what do we mean by general purpose? Traditionally, machine guns fell into two camps: light machine guns for infantry maneuver and heavy machine guns for sustained, emplaced fire. The GPMG is an attempt to bridge that gap. It's a single weapon designed to be versatile, shoulder-fired or bipod-fired for infantry use, tripod or vehicle-mounted for sustained fire, sometimes even used as an anti-aircraft weapon with simple sights and mounts. The idea is simple but powerful. One reliable, belt-fed weapon chambered in a full-power rifle cartridge, capable of both mobile support and long-range suppression. That versatility reduces logistic complexity and lets a unit bring concentrated fire exactly where it's needed. The concept coalesced in the interwar years and came into sharp focus in the 1930s. The Germans were pivotal here. The MG-34, introduced in 1934, was designed as a universal machine gun, light enough to be used with a bipod, yet accurate and robust enough for tripod-mounted sustained fire. It was followed by the legendary MG-42, which simplified manufacturing and raised the rate of fire dramatically. Other nations followed their own paths. The British relied on weapons like the Vickers for sustained fire in the early 20th century, but after the Second World War, many countries moved toward a true GPMG concept. The British adopted the FN MAG, known in British service as the L7, a broadly successful design from Belgium that became a NATO standard. The United States later adopted the US-built M240, a variant of the FN design. Across the globe, the GPMG replaced a clutter of specialized systems with a more streamlined solution. Key features of a GPMG include belt feeding for sustained fire, quick change barrels to manage heat, and construction robust enough to tolerate vehicle mounting and extended firing. Most modern GPMGs are chambered in full-power cartridges. For NATO nations, that's generally 7.62 50mm. The combination of cartridge and sustained fire capability gives the GPMG reach and stopping power beyond what a squad's light machine gun can deliver. To see the GPMG's impact in action, look back at the Second World War, where the MG-34 and MG-42 were used to devastating effect. In the hedgerow fights of Normandy, German machine guns sighted behind thick banks and in concealed positions could lay down such dense, accurate barrages that Allied infantry found advances costly and slow. The high rate of fire and rapid target acquisition made the MG-42 especially feared. One German machine gun nest could pin down a company and shape the flow of battle across a whole sector. That's not to say a single weapon wins a battle, but the GPMG often made the difference between a stalled attack and a successful flanking maneuver. When coordinated artillery, armor and infantry maneuver were applied to neutralize it. The lesson was clear: control of machine gun fire was decisive. Today, the GPMG remains central to ground combat. In Western armies, the FN MAG L7 and its derivatives, like the M240 or the German MG3, are ubiquitous. They serve as the platoon or company-level support weapon, providing overwatch, area denial, vehicle armament, and base defense. GPMGs are found on tripods in defensive positions, on pintle mounts in armored vehicles, and on remote weapon stations for force protection. Tactically, GPMGs are used to shape an enemy's movement via suppressive fire, isolate objectives, and protect maneuver elements. Training emphasizes controlled bursts, barrel management, and integrating machine gun arcs with friendly movement so fires aren't wasted and friendly troops aren't endangered. The GPMG is not without drawbacks. Belt-fed systems are more logistically demanding than magazine-fed weapons. Barrels and spare parts are heavy, and a GPMG crew is a high-value asset that must be protected. In urban or counter-insurgency environments, the long-range power of a GPMG can be less relevant, and its weight and signature can be liabilities. That has led forces to complement GPMGs with lighter automatic weapons and precision-guided systems. Looking ahead, the GPMG is evolving rather than disappearing. We're seeing three trends. First, integration with electronics and fire control. Laser rangefinders, ballistic computers, and smart sights, which improve first-round hits and reduce wasted ammunition. Second, mounting on remote weapon stations and automatic turrets allows GPMGs to be employed from protected positions, lowering risk to crews. Third, materials and ammunition advances, lighter alloys, polymer components, and improved cartridges will reduce weight and logistical strain. There's also research into cased, telescoped ammunition and hybrid concepts that could blur the lines between machine guns and automatic cannons. But for the foreseeable future, the GPMG's blend of range, lethality and flexibility keeps it firmly in the toolbox of modern militaries. A few quick additions. A GPMG crew typically consists of a gunner, assistant gunner and ammunition bearer. Teamwork is vital. Rate of fire varies hugely. Some legacy designs, like the MG42, fired at 1/200 rounds per minute, while many modern GPMGs are tuned for a lower, more controllable rate. And while the GPMG's image is martial, its proper use is governed by the laws of armed conflict and rules of engagement. Training includes target discrimination and proportionality. So that's the GPMG, born from a need for flexible, sustained fire proven in battle, central today, and still evolving for tomorrow's fights. If you like this breakdown, hit subscribe, drop a comment with your favorite machine gun model, and tell me which weapon you want broken down next.
Let's go, Roger. Whatever you do.